currently have a master's in education with a concentration in school counseling, but I'm enrolled in an advanced graduate certificate program in mental health counseling, which allows me to build on my current master's degree by completing an internship in mental health counseling and working towards an LMHC, which is a licensed mental health counselor.
Currently in a master's of social work program, and I am specializing in advanced clinical social work practice. My classes for the program have been mostly online synchronous, with the exception of one class, which has been uh, asynchronous.
When I started my program in summer 2020, all of my classes were online, asynchronous, and that's the way that it's been thus far.
So the hard thing about not having a formal desk in this room is I'm just not able to spread out as much as I like when I'm in class or working on papers or writing notes, things like that. So that is something I do miss about being in person and, going to the library and things like that.
Some of the spatial challenges that I've experienced learning completely asynchronously is just the normal like distractions of living in an apartment. I have two cats that are kind of needy. And so they are, constantly jumping up on the couch, or fighting with each other, or just creating a distraction. And so that's been challenging when I'm trying to focus on reading, or I'm focusing on a discussion board post, or I'm focusing on writing a paper. And there's a lot happening with the cats or just the distractions in general at home. So, one thing that's been challenging has been the noise from things happening outside of my apartment. I live near the water, um, but there's been moments where there are tanker ships or these big ships that are coming into the harbor. And when there's any kind of bad weather, whether it's a storm or just fogginess, the tankers are like laying on their horns, and it's very, very, very loud. So the noise from the ships has been a challenge and a struggle when trying to learn and trying to study.
So overall, noise hasn't been too much of a problem for me. My room where I do most of my studying and learning is pretty quiet, but every once in a while my roommates forget that, I'm in class, so they'll start calling me, and that can be a huge distraction for me.